All right, cordial salutations here from the lower section of the maritime base here in northern Peru. We have a discovery here of a Turk's cap cactus, a melocactus, with a cephalium that's around, well, we have a collection of these Turk's cap cactuses that have been undisturbed for roughly around 50 to 60 years. And we wanted to share this with you because if you're receiving this message, you're either part of a succulent or cacti society, and this is something that we have to share in our conservation base and research station here in northern Peru in the biosphere of Amotape, because unfortunately these are species that are viewed, they're tampered with, destroyed, and it's quite a catastrophe. You know, these are a spectacle. This is a museum grade specimen that is absolutely gorgeous. If you can get just a close-up view of this specimen here, and we did forget to bring the ruler, we apologize, but we'll use my pruning shears as a reference of the size of the cephalium here, the cephalium cap. And what's most incredible, today's date is June 3rd, 2026. We have a flowering occurring. And this is beautiful. We've actually transplanted some of these to our gardens up above, just because some of these caps are growing on the side of a mountain or have just fallen off a cliff, and we've rehabilitated them, and to our content, they have flowered also. So this is beautiful. This is really encouraging. This flowering process is absolutely gorgeous. If you can just get another close-up, we can move on to the other Turk's cap that are within this vicinity. We have another patch. This section here is demonstrating, just a notable presence of this species of cacti, and we have discovered around 7 in this, let's say, 200-meter radius. So if you follow me here, we have another one. There's another one up there. We have another one here, right? Which is also flowering. This is gorgeous. We get a reference here of size. We'll get a ruler on this, these pruning shears also. We get another size of the Turk's cap. Yeah. Another size reference. So let's go ahead and move on to down here. And again, this is the dry forest in the biosphere of Amotape. We're right outside of a small, very touristy town called Zorritos, in a small fisherman's village called Caleta Grapa. And we are in a quebrada, which is known as a ravine. And right behind you. So here we'll get another reference, right? And again, you can see. These are spectacles. This is in quite a peculiar location. You can see how it's growing. This is questionable. But we have another, the most notable specimen over here, which has a size of about 10 inches, 10-inch cap, and we have one right over there also. But here, this is a spectacle. And during the day, we get a nice sunrise shot. Look at this cephalium. This is just spectacular. Spectacular. You have the reference here, which is also flowering, which is magnificent. Here we can get a size reference of the cacti. And again, we want to leave these in the wild, right? But there's a danger here. We need wildlife like park rangers to protect. The local culture, unfortunately, it uses tourism as a mode of extraction and exploitation of the natural resources. So our maritime base is just right up there, right? And this is a ravine, so it doesn't technically have it's property of the water service. And we we've worked in setting up a proposal for rehabilitation and setting up small esteros, and sort of just complementing the hydrology for the phenomenon of El Nino when it comes in. Ooh, we got a little hummingbird right over there, Amazelia. But it's very bureaucratic, very slow process. Really, this place is kind of it's abandoned. So yeah, this is the most notable specimen. There are a few just hidden around over here. Well, yeah, I'll have to prune our way, but if you zoom in over there, we have about like a 6-inch cap right over there, and perhaps it can be notable to go explore for the sake of this video. How long is this video? It's already 6 minutes, so I think it's satisfactory for now. But let's see what we can do. Yeah, I'll have to prune a little bit more right here so we can these are highly adapted species. All of these have quite rigorous thorns. So, consider these prunings just a training for trails, cacti tourism, to be able to respect this ecosystem, to be able to come in trails in specific hours of the day. It's very hot. These are desert conditions, and right now you can see where I'm in a long sleeve, but normally I'd be in a sleeveless shirt and shorts, and sandals are quite typical. Yeah, we can see. So we can note how this Turk's cap is growing at an angle, and I wouldn't feel too bad about transplanting this species. This one is not flowering. I would get the sickle and sort of just prune around this, so the pollinators can find this species here, right? But again, this is another beautiful specimen. Let's get in the pruning shears as a reference of size. Right. And we'll go ahead and measure these pruning shears and just have with the ruler, so we have an exact measurement. Again, apologies for that, and it's no problem. We're right down. If there's notable interest, you can come again with a ruler. It just escaped us this time. So I'm sure we went walking up along. Left. It seems like there's another one over there. Just while we're in the spirit of things, let's go ahead and just walk on over and just prune these out. It's about let's see. It's 6:19 here in the coast. Yeah, this is. We have another one. Yeah, so we've rescued. We have 4 that have been rescued that have been sort of falling off a ravine like this, a cliff like this, which we just want to increment its probabilities of success. So here, look, this one is flowering, right? We would want to let this finish its flowering and transplant. Go ahead and get a close-up. You can see how this is sort of just growing off, and with erosion, we've got a seed right there. We're gonna go ahead and collect that, certainly. And ideally, if there's collectors that would like to purchase this, there's processes and avenues that can go through the National Wildlife Service here. There's CERFOR, and this is possible. And this type of purchase would finance the rehabilitation of these species in the ecosystem. So we would propagate these seeds, we would grow them, and we would introduce them in spaces around this ravine and this cliff. this quebrada, to rehabilitate these species here in the area, perhaps a nursery, to continue introducing species that help against erosion and yeah, just reforestation. The native species here are the algarrobina. Yeah, look at that. That's gorgeous. We can even count the seeds that we'll find in here. And these are edible little berries. They have a taste of more or less like a pomegranate. I bit one just yesterday, actually. Yeah. So yes, yeah. This I would feel comfortable transplanting, just from the angle in which it's growing. We would want to start getting the roots out. I would say maybe around here. We want to leave as many roots intact as possible. And yes, so yeah, let's go ahead and finish up this video. Thanks again for tuning in. Thanks for your interest in cacti and succulents here. Well, just in general. And you know, here we love nature and the environment, and closening that relationship with people in the environment. We have a beautiful view. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beautiful Turk's cactuses, and this is quite a spectacle to behold. And we even have a nice patch of cacti that I haven't had the time to specifically identify, but for all intents and purposes we can do so. And we have another one there with a wasp nest right in the area. So all of these are native species. You can see that this ravine is basically used as a dump. Unfortunately, in this region of the country, there isn't much appreciation for nature and wildlife. So this is, yeah, these types of efforts in, you know, supporting a purchase of a rare specimen could go towards funding long-term efforts of conservation in these pristine habitats. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and conserve this seed here, and put it in our little pouch, and yeah, count out those seeds and hope to get some more of these Turk's cap cactus and plant as many more as we can along this area. And you can just sort of imagine, based on the topography of this space, how we can reforest with native species of algarrobina, which is from the algarroba tree, which produces a wonderful jalea that is very nutrient dense. Some ficus, palo santo also, which is a native species. But yeah, I think that's enough for now. Sending cordial regards here from the field, and wishing you all the best, and happy collecting, happy exploring, and may you all be well.